My claw is much bigger than yours. Giggity. Oh god, I don't want to even know how you would use that sexually.
I'm in love with a hero. I'm in love with the one who will...
Hello, Masters Universe Classics fans, our 2.0 fans. I have Clawful. The 2.0 or Filmation series, depending on what you want to call it, are really cool figures. Unfortunately, I never really signed up for their subscription, but a couple of you guys out there have got me some of the figures, including this one, which, Shane, you are incredible. Thank you so much for getting me this guy. Like the Trapjaw packaging, you can see that this looks like Castle Grayskull from the Filmation series that came out from the 1980s. On the back, there really is no bio. It's just a description of what the original series was and what this new toy series is, or older toy series, depending on when you're watching this video. This actually came out last year, but I'm really happy to get it now. I love this picture, though. I mean, I really love how Clawful looked back then, although he didn't look anything like the toy, but still, I was happy with him that way. The adult collector box itself is pretty darn awesome. This is one of the few packagings that I will be keeping. Matty Collector is no longer doing this series. Super 7 is now doing them, but I do appreciate what Matty Collector did up to this point. But that is enough about this packaging. Let's go and open this baby up. And here is Clawful, who's supposed to be much more like a crab man, but the Filmation series made him look almost like a dragon guy with claws. He comes with a green mace, which is a different type of sculpt from the mace that came along with the Classics figure. And he also comes with the Horn of Evil, which he holds fairly decently, where you can put it like right up to his mouth as if he is blowing into it. A close-up of the Horn of Evil, you can see that they did a great job with the paint app and the sculpt. I mean, damn, this does look really creepy looking, doesn't it? Same thing with the mace. I'm impressed with this. I mean, it does look similar to what came out with the Classic series, but much more in line with the Filmation cartoon series. But let's look at Clawful himself. You can see here, I mean, he's got like a whole dragon vibe to him, but he still has the buzz-off claw hand, so essentially he still is Clawful. I'm not really quite sure what the animators were thinking of in the cartoon. Maybe they didn't see what the toy was going to look like, or maybe this was just easier for them to do. His armor is much different from what the toy version that came out, and this is in line with the cartoon. You can see from the back it is removable armor. I'm glad that he still has like the spines going up the back, as it is with his head spine. You can see with his boots it's also fairly smooth. His claws unfortunately are not articulated and they're stuck in this position. Only his right claw has the ability to hold his weapons, although I've seen online some people have forced in on his left claw, but I'm not really going to do that. Here's a close-up of his face. Like I said, in my personal opinion, he looks much more like a dragon. Look at these evil yellow eyes. Damn, he does look pretty darn sinister. The paint is done really well. I don't know if you can tell or not, but inside he does have a pink tongue. His teeth should be much more white than this. I think the pink from the tongue kind of got painted onto that. I haven't heard much of a complaint on this figure online. I've seen a few people here and there where their eyes have been a bit more derpy looking, but mine came out, I think, fairly well. The spine on the top of his head is curved to the side, but that's not a major issue. That can be fixed with a blow dryer. He has the same articulation as all the other Masters Universe Classics figures, so let me go ahead and go through that real quick. First, he has movement in his head, upper body movement, upper arm movement, bicep movement, elbow movement, wrist movement, waist movement, upper leg movement, knee movement, and ankle movement. Here is a comparison to the Classics toy figure that came out. I mean, damn, look at the differences between these guys. I mean, just look at their faces. I mean, there's no doubt that this guy right here is part of a crab species, but this one, you really couldn't tell too much. Not putting down the Filmation one in any way, I'm just saying that there is a huge difference with the toy that was released from the 1980s, even though this guy isn't from the 1980s, this is just the Classics version. I don't have the actual 1980s toy that came out, but still, this guy is a good representation of what he looked like. Not to mention the actual claws that came out. I mean, if you look at the Filmation one, look at how tiny these claws were in comparison to Clawful here. He has a huge ass claw. Here's a comparison to the one Filmation series figure that I have, which happens to be Trapjaw. Again, thank you, Rationing, for getting me this guy. So that's it for this figure review. Again, thank you, Shane, for getting me this guy. The paint app is awesome, the sculpt is cool, and he fits in perfectly with the Filmation series. If you're interested in getting him, unfortunately, he's no longer available, but you can get him on third-party sites like Amazon or maybe even eBay. But you may have to pay some inflated prices, but not so much. But thank you guys for watching me in this video, and I'll join you guys in another video very soon. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. You don't look like a crab man to me. Oh yeah? Well, you don't look like a green-skinned criminal from another dimension like your original mini-comic showed you to be. Ah, touche.